Here is the black Workpro Mini 4-inch pliers wrench. Workpro sent me the product for free to review, but my opinions are my own. So first of all, let's give a little overview on this. These are mini plier wrenches, 4 inches long, and they have parallel jaws that when you move the lever action here, it will make sure that the jaws remain parallel to each other. It can accept nuts and bolts and other square stocks up to about 13/16 of an inch. There is a lanyard loop on one arm. I have the black version. I'm not sure if this is a paint or a black oxide coating, but it definitely doesn't feel like a paint. They're commonly partnered with the Workpro's 4-inch water pump pliers. These are obviously the silver version. Um, the tips are quite thin and can be used for certain, let's say, precision tasks. Due to the fact that this is still a little wide right here, it can't be used for a ton of precision tasks. There's also a little bit of knurling on either side here. Hopefully you can see that right there. And I guess that can probably be used for reaming, maybe. These are the Knipex 180s, and you can see the size difference is quite stark. Knipex does make a small 4-inch version of, of these as well, although the price is significantly higher than what Workpro is offering these at. Now, because of the design of these pliers, like all other plier wrenches based on the Knipex design, they deliver a 10-to-1 force rate multiplier. So theoretically, if you were able to squeeze these handles together with about 100 pounds of force, theoretically, what you'd be squeezing in the jaws of these pliers is about 1,000 pounds of force. I think this is a little too tiny to be able to get enough of your hand around it. You can see here that like I can barely get 3 fingers on there, that finger's sliding off a little bit. So you can't, I don't know if you can quite get that amount of like hand force, squeezing pressure, let's say, onto the handles to deliver that kind of force between the jaws, which is fine though, because I think this is a small wrench that you really don't need that kind of a force multiplier there, but it's cool that you have the option. Banana Force Scale, please subscribe. I was initially surprised by this 4-inch mini pliers wrench. I actually wasn't expecting to like it, and I told Workpro when they offered to send it to me, I told them I might not like it because I didn't like these. Workpro reached out to see if there were any tools I was interested in reviewing, and I didn't like their mini water pump pliers because they felt too small for my hands. It feels slippery, and I can't quite maneuver this very well with my hand. I know it looks fine here, but my muscles are really struggling to make this move. But I figured I would try to see if maybe their mini pliers wrench felt different, and for fun, I decided to get the black coating. Let's talk about the positives here, because the black finish is actually a huge positive here. Unlike their siblings here that have the smooth finish here, this is very slippery on my hands. This is actually rather grippy. I really like the black finish. It adds a level of grip to it that I actually really like. So I actually bet if I were to have bought the black version of the mini water pump pliers, or if I were to put some sort of grip on these handles, I actually might like them a bit more. Now, I don't know if I'll like them as much just because the handle that you're using on this are like, it just feels a little bit easier to use these. I don't know if that's the grip or what, or if that there's a little bit more meat right here for my hands to get than there are right there, just because this piece right here is not as wide as this piece right there. It could be just, a simple thing like that, why this feels easier to use, but overall, I think it's largely to do with the grip that the black coating gives these guys. So I think if you're in the market for the 4-inch mini pliers or their mini water pump pliers, I think you should go with the black coated ones. The black coating adds a much needed grip for these tiny pliers. If you like this video, check out my review on the Workpro 4-inch water pump pliers here. Thanks for watching.